Ready to recap.
Sure. Okay, so I believe where we last left off, you all were leaving the council grounds to head towards I mean, the red light district. Let's just call it, of the city, because you were trying to follow a lead on Kamenos, I believe.
Yep.
You sent Charwind up ahead, correct?
I think
yeah.
so.
I
Well,
have
we
you
expected him
he
to be
was
there.
guiding us, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Or
I
we
think
were
he was-
meeting him there?
I think he's supposed to take us there, like lead the way there.
Yeah, he's guiding us there.
Okay.
And I just showed back up to the party after meeting
Yeah,
with
and
Kravitz.
you went off, interrogated is a bit strong. You had questions for
Had a nice chat with.
Counselor Kravitz. And you just got back. You had, I guess, some suspicions, to put it mildly, of Kravitz, but the rest of you more focused in on dealings with Kamenos and getting information from them. At least that's what I have written down. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, we had a rune we wanted to talk about, or like not a rune, but like a symbol.
Which was that? Was that the Kraken thing?
Kraken? Yeah.
Okay.
It's I'm trying to remember exactly what Crouch said about it.
Yes, Kravitz told
Kravitz, sorry.
Joe that symbol was the coat of arms of the city before during the Age of Myth, during it being a pirate haven and an elven city primarily, as opposed to it being what it currently is today, more of a trade hub, melting pot type of city.
Was that also the one where he was like, "Oh, I don't know what that is," but he actually knew, or was that not that one?
It's that one, yeah.
That was the one who was like, "Oh, I don't know what that is," but Alex did an insight check basically, and he absolutely knew. Or was
Yeah,
that
I
not
think
that
so.
Well,
one?
he said I might honestly say Joe showed the symbol to Kravitz. Kravitz appeared to ponder and said he'd never seen it, but Joe noticed his eyes went wide and he was lying. And then he said likely would have been owned by a high-ranking Black Scale Coil member.
Gotcha.
That was a reference to the brooch.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Not the
So there's
symbol.
the Kraken is
Okay,
a Black Scale
okay.
Coil symbol, and then the brooch, he was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna clarify here.
Okay.
The Kraken, the red Kraken symbol that was on his map, that is like I said, that is a symbol that he stated that was a symbol that was attributed to Anvil Guard before outside influence. Let me read your note I have here.
And that is in no way related to the brooch that he had no clue. He lied about. That is not related to that at all.
Correct.
Okay.
He did lie about the brooch.
Got it.
Yep. It was good.
Okay.
How did we conclude that it would likely be owned by a high-ranking Coil member? I forget.
I don't know if he said. I guess I have to listen back to the VOD. I don't know if he said it or if Joe intuited or something.
I think that was into it.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember if we got that information from Kasan or something, but I couldn't remember.
I don't think you brought it up with Kasan. Did you?
Well, no, this would have been. These are notes written in time order.
Yeah, that's why. I don't think you brought the symbol up with Kasan or the. Yeah, I don't think you did, or I don't recall you doing so anyway. Yeah, your notes are correct. So yeah, I think that's generally a recap on everything. Oh, you also got a, like, trinket, let's say.
Oh yeah, from
Not like a trinket. It's like a
The
From
rodent.
stone
Ratman.
trinket from Krell.
the warp stone.
Oh yeah.
You also have that.
Still in the box.
Yes.
I think it's gonna stay there.
Yeah. Who currently has that box, out of curiosity?
I took it, I believe.
Okay.
It's in my backpack or whatever. It's in my armor.
I think that's everything, though. I think that's like a general recap of everything.
Yep.
So where we're picking up, Charwind has found where Kamenos went, and he's returned back to you, and he's going to guide you to his pleasure den, I guess, whatever you want to call it. His place of his place of business. I think that's where we left off last time. Was him coming back and basically saying, like, yeah, I found where he is. So, I guess we could pick up right there.
Alright, Charwin, you know where Mr. Kamenos is?
Yes, I managed to track him down. He's at the... let me just...
I'm trying to flip through notes.
Let me flip through my notes. He's at the Thumping Nobbler. It's his... Well, one of his nicer establishments, anyway. He likes to hang his hat there.
I'll gesture to the group and say, are we going to be allowed inside? Are we going to be welcome? Are we even... What's going on with us?
I doubt a whorehouse is gonna turn us away.
Maybe
Looks
me.
to Sturdy Bark and Bagoosh.
Charwind holds up his hand. It's not a whorehouse. It is a pleasure house. This is a very different. There's an experience here that Kamenos likes to.
So you're saying he'll get in,
Yes.
and I'll point to Sturdy Bark. He's
I
going to get
forgot.
in?
Charwind is an expert.
To my knowledge, Kamenos likes to cater to all types. He has whatever you may desire.
I gotta see this.
Alright, we'll lead away.
He takes his cape and he wraps it around himself as he walks towards the city proper. Joe, you notice as he's leading you that he's like not really. He's taking certain routes that you're like you notice the streets. You're saying to yourself, oh, I wouldn't really. You wouldn't really go this way. You wouldn't really traverse these side roads that he's taking you down. Whether it's gangs or such, he's very clearly going a very long, roundabout way to get there.
Is it a dangerous way or just a long way?
No, he is not being efficient with his time or your time whatsoever.
Okay,
He's just
Joe's
kind
just gonna
of
chuckle and let him go for a bit. And if anyone hears the chuckle, she'll-
You also know exactly where this is, just for the record.
I have
yeah, I'm
great
sure I've
hearing.
had to hunt people down in these places.
Yeah. So, at one point, Charwind stops by a corner, and then he holds up his hand, and he just kind of says lowly, "Hold. I believe we're being followed."
Do I sense anything?
Yeah, you weren't really taking the best path, and I will also want to look around.
He looks at you and you say that to him and he says, "I was leading us in a roundabout way to try and shake them."
Who's them? What them? Who's following us?
All of you can give me an awareness 1-1.
What? We
Wait,
can't fail.
The lowest the DN
Can't
goes
fail.
is 2.
We can't even roll that,
The
actually.
lowest the DN goes is
'Cause
to
you can't
2.
fail.
Give me a 2-1.
2-1, okay.
Give me a 2-1.
All
Yeah,
right.
congratulations. You can just tell that he has no idea where he's going. He's just kind of wandering in the general direction that he believes he should be going.
All right. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, Charwin, look over there. I'm gonna point to Joe. I'm gonna say, Joe, you look a little lost. Joe, I think Joe should take the helm.
And
Yes.
Joe, as you look over, you see she has this massive grin on her face and has probably had it for a while.
Charwin puts his hand on your shoulder, Loris. He says, "An excellent idea. If they could track me, then that means they understand my movements. So if someone else were to lead the pack, then that means they would not be able to track us sufficiently anymore. An excellent idea, Loris."
Charwin, your brain is massive.
Yes, some people have said it's swelling.
Alright.
Beautiful.
Follow me, and Joe's gonna lead them, not the most efficient way, but pretty efficient way, obviously with our big friends being able to follow, but then she is going to give them directions like, go forward, go left, go right, and she's gonna drop back and say like, and then stop and listen, and she is going to hold back to see if someone is actually following, and then let them like follow the party. So send the party forward, she stops and hides, and then tries to follow whoever's following us.
Okay, when you stop and listen to hear if anyone's following you, you hear the sound of vagrant youths playing with their hacky sack or something along those lines. Like you could hear vagrant youths just kind of in the side alleys, just kind of hanging out. You don't really get the feeling that anyone's tailing you. I mean, this is like a pretty populated area.
Then
It's not really like the nicest part of town, but like you're pretty familiar here. Like this isn't really, no one's really tailing you here.
then after letting everyone go ahead of me and I realize they're probably waiting for a minute and a half and seeing that nothing has happened, then I will take a shortcut to end up in front of them and say, "We're fine. Follow me."
When you say we're fine, Jarwin says, this is good, excellent. You managed to ditch them with your very direct path."
I'm gonna whisper to say no one was following us.
I know.
After a couple minutes, like just 10-ish minutes of walking, taking your shortcuts, your shorter route, or your actual route as opposed to whatever Charlie was leading you on. You come by the establishment. You see this like candle lit, this like art not quite candle lit, this like artifice lit light or this artifice lit sign, depicting this small green creature with a very large like nose that's just kind of like giving a grin and like pointing a finger out at the at the street, with the name of the establishment listed below. You read it as the Thumping Nobbler.
Nobbler?
Nobbler. Gnobbler.
Oh, what a name. I'm sure this is a very respectable establishment, Charwin.
Well, here we are.
At the door, you can hear like pretty swanky music, like fun music coming from inside. It sounds like again various like horned instruments, string instruments, just kind of playing. And you what sounds like you could hear a like a woman singing along with this band. This, as compared to the rest of this street you're on, this looks like a pretty upscale place. Like this is a nicer looking establishment here. It's not really like your dive bar that you might frequent. And in line with it being a nicer establishment, there's an individual at the door, like a bouncer equivalent at the door. He's a pretty big guy, just standing there, arms crossed.
I'm gonna be like, Joe, have you ever been here before?
Frank, I've been here at least once to track somebody down, I assume.
Yeah. We can say you've been here. Whether or not you're frequent is another thing, but you've definitely been.
Then, yeah, I'll just walk up. I'll nod, give the bouncer a big smile, and say, me and my friends are looking to head inside. Will that be all right?
I'm gonna need to see some. Some drops. I need to.
I will
There's-
pull
there's
out
a-
the
there's
new.
Yeah, how much is in that globe we got or
I will pull
whatever?
out. Yeah, you didn't actually tell me. I have 0 drops, 0 files, 0 spheres, but how much is in the?
The party as a whole, I think, has like 80 something drops.
In the globe was 500 drops. That's
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna just pull out that brand new globe I've got and shake
It's
it,
5 spheres worth.
and I've added that to my inventory.
You kind of like hold that out and you flash him that.
Yeah, I'll just say, are you gonna make us wait?
He looks at it and he's like, how many are in your party?
I will turn around
We'll raise a branch.
6.
It's 100 ahead. One of you's gonna have to sit out.
100 ahead?
It's to enter. I thought it was to partake in services.
It's to partake. He holds up his hand. He's like, you don't pay me to get in. You need 100 to. Well, we like to make sure you come in with a certain amount of buying power, if you understand. Catch my drift.
We've got
I see.
583.
Yeah,
Could you cut us
some
some
of our
slack?
friends. Well, some of our friends are also just gonna be hanging out, waiting.
You gonna be sitting at the bar?
Yeah.
I don't drink.
He kind of like furrows his brow a bit. He brings his hand to his face. He's like, all right, I think we can make this work. All right. Just don't cause any trouble in there, and
Never.
you know, enjoy yourselves at the Thumpin' Nobbler.
Thank you. I also just remembered I have an accent that I just forgot to completely use, which I will start using going forward.
That's all good.
I'm gonna this is like a bouncer, effectively, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking by him to go in, I'm gonna give him like a light backhand to the chest and be like, "So who's the lady everyone here likes?"
He comes in to you. He's like, I think it depends on what suits your fancy. He as Bagoosh goes walking in, he
I like lean, but like just enough fat, to taste, if you will.
Okay, and I want the reverse of that.
as Bagoosh goes walking in, he like gestures to him. He's like, I mean, we got ourselves Bardo inside. You could definitely help this guy out.
Bardo.
So we pride ourselves on having a fair range covered here.
Is that the cook?
Did you say that to him?
Yeah. Is
No,
that the cook?
Bardas are a very rare breed around here.
Okay,
Let's
I guess we'll just find out.
Let's just say Kamenos spares no expense when looking to satisfy his clientele.
Oh, and Kamenos is here tonight, right?
Of course, he's at his the back room, as he puts it, the owner's table.
All right. Thanks, big
Wait,
man.
What time were we supposed to? Never mind. We'll
Are you going to ask the question
Nope.
of what time you're
Nope.
supposed to contact?
Nope.
Okay.
What time do we rewind the clock? Okay.
No. Seriously, is the question? What time were you supposed to contact Stormcast Eternals?
No. It was Joe being like gonna lie and be like, "Hey, team, what time are we supposed to talk to Kaminos?"
What's
Which
our
is like
meeting?
a really bad
Howard
idea
meeting with Kaminos.
because like we don't want them to know that we're spying on him or
No.
trying to talk to him.
Dude, I just casually threw out there. Oh, he's
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
So, as you walk in this club, like I said, pretty swanky place, like pretty upscale. You got live music playing. You got people singing along with the band. Pretty nice bar. Everything's got this. It feels very warm, but also pretty like clean, if that makes sense. Like oddly clean. It seems like a more put together establishment. It seems like the theme here is like velvet everything. The bar stools nicely cushioned. The chairs that you would sit at, your tables actually have like backs to them instead of just being your like wooden stools. Your booths are pretty well manned. It looks like they've got bottle service and such going on here. Nice big fireplace. Looks like a kitchen going on back there. And as you scan the room and you see the various patrons, you see what looks like a purple like curtain in the back. And if you give me like just like you're like looking back there, give me like an awareness like 2, 3.
I refuse. I'm vibing to the music.
Succeed.
Joe, you with 2, 3, you can like make out what looks like Counselor Kaminos in this beyond that curtain. You could see him laughing, and he's currently shuffling what looks like a deck of cards, and just kind of like looks like he's dealing them out.
I'll whisper
All
that
in
to
all,
the
it
party.
seems like this is a pretty lively establishment.
Time to go cheat in some cards.
Not some time before, while you're not really given much time to relax upon coming in, and you're approached by what looks like just like a barmaid, and she comes up and she says, "So what will it be? Can I get you all anything?"
Sorry, and to confirm, was our cover for drinks and shit and like entertainment, or where that's all coming out of pocket?
We haven't paid anything yet.
Oh, I thought
It's
you
just
paid the
it's
cover.
a check to make sure you can get in at all.
Gotcha. Okay,
You
so
don't
we
pay
still have to pay.
anything.
Let's make sure you got money.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll just ask how much for a bottle for the table?
Oh, it depends what you're looking for.
I'll have water.
Well, what options do you have for us? He'll have water.
Upon hearing water, she kind of like taken back and was like, "All right, 1 water then."
Water from the faucet.
Well, we've got your.
None of that swill. Give us the finest ale you got.
Oh well, we're not really in. I mean, I guess we've got some dwarven ales, but our vineyards, our personal vineyards out in southern Ashki, they make us some of the nicest wines this side of the realm. So I
really?
recommend this bottle here, and she produces a bottle, and she points at the label and she says, "Right here, one of the southern vineyards, finest wine you'll find here."
I've never
believe
seen
her?
this on carriage and ship, so it must be garbage.
Well, it wouldn't need carriage and ships. We ship it over land here. It doesn't need to come from the sea.
No. If it was good alcohol, it would be carried on our ships.
She kind of like looks over at Joe and says, "So will the bottle be for the table?"
Do I believe her that this is like actually good stuff, or is she just bullshitting, trying to sell us something?
Or is she just a fucking waitress told to say these 6 things and doesn't know anything?
Just give us something economical, since there's nothing exceptional.
Okay. Give me an intuition 3-2 for this one. If about like what she's peddling.
I'm a literal ether chemist. This is like automatic.
Okay.
4 successes.
So your intuition on what she's peddling you is, yeah, this is definitely wine. And this is definitely not a brand you've heard of before. But this seems a little rehearsed. It
So
sounds like she's a bit rehearsed.
I'm gonna smile to her and be like, "Look, what's actually with the drops? I mean,
Well, I succeeded
the,
anyway.
the act is fine. It's all good. I won't tell your boss or anything. But what's really worth it?"
She says, why don't you come with me? And she sets your group down at a table. She looks at Bagoosh and Sturdy Bark and is kind of like,
I'm getting up like I'm gonna join.
Stand. And she looks at Bagoosh and she says, actually, well, I'll get Barda to bring over the big chair for you.
The big chair.
No, Beldar, the big phone.
And when she sits you down, she says, look, most everything up there, she points to the top shelf, watered down. I recommend you just stick with, she pulls out a menu and she points at a selection of ales and spirits. She just says, I recommend you stick to something like this down here.
Does she have a more like believable tone here, or this was just like
she
this is
seems
step
like
two?
she's talking sense here.
So I'll look to Shade and we'll negotiate out a reasonable bottle for the table. Something that'll last us long enough without getting us destroyed.
Yeah, I mean we got
because we're trying to
almost
kill
600
time here.
drops. Yeah.
Last.
Yeah,
Should
Bagoosh
be
doesn't get a
able
lot.
Frank, I want to. Go ahead. I'll go ahead.
This book was just hypothetical.
Frank, Charwin is with us, right?
Charwin did come in with you.
And does he look horribly uncomfortable out of place, or is he
Yes.
totally vibing right now?
He's very uncomfortable.
I'm gonna slap his shoulder, big Charwin. What's wrong?
There's many people around. I feel like there's all eyes on me, and I don't act well when there's others watching.
Trust me.
I'd like to do my job in the dark.
Nope. Come with, and I'm gonna grab him by the arm, and we're going to the dance floor.
He's kind of pulling against you, but
Nope.
your body is just too strong. Bagoosh, you feel a tapping on your shoulder, which is odd.
That's impressive.
Which is odd considering your height.
It's Big Berta.
As you turn around, you hear a, "Is you the one who wanted the big chair?" And you see this very large ogre woman who's just has this very big, looks like well padded armchair. She's just holding it with one arm.
I just grabbed it. Cheers, mate.
She just sets it down with a thud, and she says, "Can I get you anything?"
The kitchen.
She snorts and laughs a bit, "Yeah, I mean, what from the kitchen?"
Everything.
Within our budget, I'm not sure how much that might cost.
She looks down. It's like, "An ogre's everything or everything?"
I will pay any price.
Bagoosh, how many drops do you have?
I just look around at the various people in the room, as much as they have.
Joe just shakes her head and
I'm
watches.
gonna ask is the waitress still here? Or the bartender?
Well, Barda's here.
Oh, Barda.
Barda.
This looks like she's taking care of
Okay,
you now.
I'll ask Barda. Is there poker?
Yeah, we do card games here.
Okay, I'm gonna take some drops and go play poker since I can see through the cards.
Amazing.
When our ogre's
So-
appetites.
You should, if you're going to go play cards, try to learn something, get in his good graces.
Oh yeah, I'll sit at a table nearby. I got good hearing. I can eavesdrop.
You might not want to win everything.
Maybe he'll invite me to his table if I start winning everything.
Bard looks, he's like, alright, I'll show you to the what, high rollers table? No?
What's the minimum required to get in the high rollers table?
It's 50 a hand.
Yeah, that's good.
She leads you off. As she leads you off, the bar maiden who was assisting you before with your drinks returns, and sets just a bunch of mugs and glasses on the table based on what you ordered. And she kind of just like holds out her hand. And she says, "It's going to be about 15."
I will pour out 15 drops into, not into her hand, I guess. How do you pay for stuff?
Oh, she just like looks at you and she's like, just give me. She grabs the jar and then she pulls out a little flask. She unscrews it and she just pours in the right amount and she cups it again, or flask. Tightens the cap on it.
You said 45?
15.
50.
Oh, 15. I don't know why I got 45. Okay, got it.
Is there anything else I can get you, boys?
Yes, I'll have a
and
water.
She points down. She's like, right there.
I need
there.
another one.
She says, "All right." And she looks down at you again, Joe. She's like, "Anything for the rest of them?" Or I see you got a couple over on the dance floor. You got.
I think we're here for a
he's
while,
being
so we'll ask you for more later.
She raises an eyebrow when she sees Shadel walking away with Bard, and she says, "I thought that would be for the ogre, but all right, each their own."
Surely the ogre is going to order food.
And should we need anything else? Should we just call on you?
Yeah, I'll do my rounds.
What was your name? I'm sorry, Frank. I didn't
Flip
mean to do
through
this.
notes. You just
I'm
pulled a
very
fucking
polite.
bad manners.
My notes.
Bad fucking manners.
Clara.
Claire, nice to meet you. Thank you.
She bats her eyes and says, "No problem, of course. Welcome to the Thumping Nobbler." And she kind of sighs and walks off.
I'll also sigh.
What a fucking name.
So I guess it's just eyes up, ears open, and try to see what we can learn.
I mean, I figure you're probably gonna sneak around.
Yeah, definitely gonna like just chill for the first like 30 minutes and see who's coming in, who's going out. Are people going in quickly? Like they might be couriers or dropping messages, or people like staying a quote unquote reasonable amount of time. That's the main stuff that she's looking out for. And then yeah, she's gonna start scouting out if like nothing is being found out.
Sure. So let's go down the line here. Let's hit that dance floor. Loris, Charwind has like 5 left feet. This
He has
man,
what, sorry?
Charwind has like 5 left feet. This man very clearly does not have any rhythm in him.
Whatsoever. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna notice that everyone's like looking at him now. It's like his fucking nightmare. I'm like, Jesus Christ, kid.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like,
teach him.
people are mingling. People are like dancing with each other. It's a pretty like free form thing going here, and he's just kind of like clapping his hand and then just like jutting a leg out and then clapping his hand and then jutting the
Wait, he's doing
Like
the
offbeat
Elaine.
and shit, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Charwin. I'm like, okay, I'll give him like a quick 101. Just like, you gotta look like you fit in. Just move your body. It doesn't have to be good, man. Loosen up.
If I loosen up, then that means I could be taken by surprise. Someone might come up behind me and, well, put an end to my life.
I'm gonna grab his head and like turn him 360. Make look around. Did you see Eddie? Like, that's what are you talking about, man?
Are we? He gets close. Are we not behind enemy lines? I thought this was an assassination mission.
Where did you get that?
You told him he was a master assassin.
This is not an assassination mission, sir. What? You thought we were killing Kamenos?
I thought that's what we were set out to do.
We're not. We are not here to kill Kamenos.
Oh, that's a relief. I was worried. I figured we might. I didn't. I was.
Charwin, if we went into that room with him, what were you gonna just kill him?
I was preparing myself to have to sacrifice, well, one or two of us in order to get the job done. But if there's no sacrifice needed and we're not here to end life, then I can breathe easy.
No. We need to look. We need to find out some information on Kamenos. I'm gonna go talk to that lady over there, and you're gonna go talk to that lady over there. Okay? Why do you look so nervous? Why are you so nervous?
I don't really want to go talk to that lady over there.
Well, we need to figure out what's going on and who he is and what he's about.
Loris, is that lady over there what someone might call a lady of the evening? It is evening and she is a lady.
I'll look over. Is that my interpretation, Frank?
No.
No, Charwin. That is a guest.
Very well. I shall go converse. And he takes his cape and he just kind of like swishes it around and covers half his face.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just no. Okay.
But then, if they see me approaching, then this will help. He kind of like puts the cape down, and then he just kind of looks like he's about to break into a sprint towards them, and then he just starts going.
Okay.
Can we see this from our table?
Yes, this is
amazing.
like peak comedy. This is a man who has no idea how to interact with anyone.
I'm gonna look over to the table and stick both my hands up and like point down to Charwin, smiling. You know, like pointing down. I'm like, he's fucking doing it.
I'm just gonna shake my head and grin, and then start trying to pay attention to actual important things.
Sturdy Park, you get your bigger glass of water.
Mm-hmm. So I have 2 glasses of water, correct?
Yes.
This one for Tewa.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one to Tewa, and then I'm gonna stick my branches, as many branches as I can fit in the other one.
It's like a big stein. You can fit, you know, like a number of your smaller branches in. Taewon is kind of like when you head to him, Taewon says, "Thank you." And then he just kind of like you can kind of hear him just like slurping a bit.
Then I'm just watching Charwin.
Charwin, you can see like this scene unfold before your eyes here. Charwind approaches this patron. You could tell that they're talking. Then Charwind reaches for his cape and kind of like holds it up. Puts it down, continues talking. You can tell, Loris, you can tell because you're up close to this, that this is fading fast. Like this woman is very clearly not interested in what Charwin's talking about here.
Alright, I'll go rescue her. I'll go pull Charwin away and be like, Charwin, I think our food's
looks
here.
Pretty good. This looks like Charwin's like really hitting it off from a distance.
Sorry. You said she's having it? I thought you said she wasn't.
No. From a distance, this looks fine, but from where you are, would you like you can like overhear Charwin a little bit? He's not really pulling it.
All right, I'm gonna go grab Charwin and be like, I think our food's here, buddy. Thank you, miss, and like wave and be like, we gotta go.
I was just just telling her about my sword and how I have to polish it every day.
Oh yeah, very nice. And I'll wink at her and pull him away. Like, we're going back. Our food's here. Nice work out there, Charwin. You did great.
He smiles. Bagoosh, your food is here.
Okay.
Barda comes over and kind of just like puts a platter of food down on your table, and then she clears her throat. She's like, "Compliments of the chef."
I just begin hoovering in the food.
She looks at the rest of you and she says, "Compliments of the chef to him, not to the rest of yous."
Are you the chef?
No, but this is some multiple days old meats, so not good for yous.
I don't eat meat.
Thanks for the heads up.
After I look, wait, you said the meat's out or they're making it?
Oh, she
it's
brought
out,
over
either.
like days
I'm gonna
old.
look at it and be like, are you sure he can eat that? It looks fucking rancid.
I'm sure.
Yeah. She nods her head and she just walks away.
Bagoosh, are you really gonna eat that? It has kind of that like couple day old bad smell kind of meat, you know?
It's free.
I'm just gonna keep shoveling it.
Joe, you sitting here kind of just indulging, drinking, people watching, listening in. It doesn't seem like people are really like coming and going. People walk in, they seem like they stay for a bit. Like we're not talking like multiple hours as you were sitting here. But we're talking like people come in, they kind of like cozy up, they go to the bar, hit the dance floor, talk to other patrons. It seems like this is a pretty chill place to be. You do kind of overhear some people talking about what you know as recreational drugs and such. So like you have people who are like talking about going out back and like going to the alleyways and taking care and doing that sort of thing. But nothing like really to imply that this is a illegal like racket or anything going on here. These people, at least up front, really seem like they're just here for the nightlife and like the good time.
Does there appear to be? So I assume there's like temporary rooms that people can rent with a friend.
Yes.
Is there anything that appears to be more like an office or like an admin type room?
There's kind of like what I would kind of like describe as like I don't want to say like a concierge desk, but there's definitely like a desk with what would look like a formal looking individual manning like a booking desk or something along those lines is like the best way to put it, right? So yeah, like in order to like book said room, you'd have to go over to this individual, book a room, and then go from there.
But
so it doesn't seem like there's an official admin building or anything like that, or like an admin room.
And we have no idea where this dude, what's his face? There's too many K's and
Kaminos?
Kaminos lives.
You have no idea where he lives. You do know he's here because you saw him. But
okay. Yeah, I think Joe is gonna just be looking out for anyone who seems like they either work here or going to interact with Kaminos, and then after this is probably gonna try to track him home. Because if there is any sort of cult stuff, I'm wondering if it's probably in their offices or in their homes.
Okay. Shadel, we're gonna fast track this.
Okay.
Give me. This is gonna be a D100. I need you to give me highs or lows.
Lows.
Below 50.
Wait, do I roll or do you roll?
I got it. Oh, I rolled to GM. I rolled a 32.
I know my WoW roll look.
Yeah, I rolled a 32. So you called lows, you got lows. Yeah, you play a number of games. I'm not going to play poker with you if you can see the cards. We're going to just. You said you rolled low. You rolled low. You
Okay.
are not called for cheating. You play a couple games. You walk away with a number of drops. Actually, let's say what? How many games you play here within like a 30-ish minute time frame here?
You're leaving that to me?
Yeah, I think let's say you play like.
Wait, is this blackjack or like what is this?
No, this is like let's say like
An average
Hold'em.
poker hand, according to Google, is 15 seconds to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Depending on how
that's,
long and how
that's
big
why
the
I'm kind
pot
of
is.
sitting here
So
like,
let's
it
let's
depends on
say this is
who's
like
on the
Texas.
table.
Let's say this is like Texas Hold'em equivalent, or we'll call it whatever equivalent in this.
Okay.
You got like a couple slow people at your table, and you got a couple a couple of stiffs that are just kind of holding their cards close. So it's
Okay,
not
so
it's
maybe
not really.
six
Say
total.
again?
Maybe 6 total hands then.
Yeah,
Probably about what it would be.
we can go like that. So let's say that after the 6 total hands, you walk out of there. You walk in with 50 drops, right?
Yep.
Let's say you walk out of there with after all the bidding is done and all that's nice, and you're obviously cheating, so you're basically winning every hand. Or you know when to step out and you know when to the fold. Let's say you walk out of there with 600.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
So, upon you winning your last hand, you see an elf. She's wearing pretty nice attire. Like she seems like she's wearing pretty nice business-ish attire. She's not wearing anything that's terribly flattering, but it seems like she's more dressed for business rather than anything else. And she approaches the dealer for your game, and you can see her whisper into the dealer's ear.
I have extremely good hearing. Can I hear it?
Yeah, you have extremely good hearing. You can't make out all of it, but you hear this person say, switch out the decks and let me know what table he's sitting at. As you kind of when she says he, kind of motioning eyes, motioning in your direction. The dealer gives a nod, and then after shuffling the deck and then packing it up and grabbing another one from under the table, looks to you and says, sir, what table might we be able to find you at out in the hall out there?"
Can I point to it from where I'm at? Or
Yeah,
is there a
you have to
number?
lean back a bit, and you can point out. It's pretty
Oh,
easy to point
actually,
out.
you know what? It's the one with the big chair and the ogre.
Ah, the big chair, big chair. Very good. Well, my boss is gonna send a round of drinks to your table. I'm fairly certain.
Oh, that's very nice of her.
Ah, well, you're on a hot streak tonight, sir. So I think she's more of a congratulatory gesture than anything else.
Oh yes, oh yes. I'm sure. I'm very glad to clean you guys up.
The dealer chuckles a bit. He says, "Yes, very good. Well, I have to take my break anyway, so this table's closed." And they finish shuffling up the replacement deck and put it in the caddy, and then put up a like on break sign. They nod to you and they walk themselves over to the bar.
Well, I know when to stop when I'm ahead. Did I overhear anything from Communist's table while I'm at the while I was at the poker
No.
table?
So the table you're playing at is, while it's in like, it's not quite close enough to hear anything from Kaminos' table. You could hear laughing and you can hear obviously gameplay going on over there, but it's still like you're still not really in like the private quarter or the private room that he's in. You're like on the other side of the curtains, as it were. But you can see that he's from from where you were anyway. You can see that he's pretty much laughing, having a good time. He still has those two guards that he had with him at the council chambers, though, standing at either side behind him.
Alright, so I can't just walk up there and start a conversation, and the dealer has left, right? So
The dealer has left, yeah.
But the dealer
I guess I
at
just-
his table is
I-
still there, right? At
I mean,
The
his
dealer at
table's still
Kaminos'
there,
table still,
but-
yes.
I mean, I can't go to that table, right? So
Doesn't seem like it's particularly. Doesn't seem. It seems like it's invite only.
okay. Well, I guess I just have to go back to the table with the rest of the guys.
Sure. So as you're walking back, Joe, Loris, as you're sitting here, you get a tray full of the barmaiden comes over and she's holding a tray full of what look like these very like dark brown reddish drinks. And she says, compliments from the manager. I believe your friend, as she points over to Shane as he's walking over. I believe your friend wooed the right people. Anyway, with his gambling skills.
Oh, okay.
So compliments on the house.
Cheers. And I'll drink.
I will not
Do
partake.
do I think this is sketchy or like actually genuinely like, oh, we're happy to have you as customers?
This seems genuine coming from her anyway.
Okay. And the drinks look okay and normal.
Yeah, and as she starts putting the drinks down, she looks at you and says, "Not the watered down kind." And she stands again and walks away after putting the drinks down.
I'll enjoy my drink.
After after you guys drink them a bit, and you're not before you're finished anyway. This pretty tall, well put together elven woman comes over. This looks like the individual who was talking to your dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks over and says, "Well, I'll be. You're the one who cleaned us out before, anyway." And she pulls up a chair and sits down. "And what might your name be?"
It's Shaydell, and it was certainly my pleasure. I need to feed this beast.
Bagoosh still eating? Ali, is Bagoosh still eating?
Of course, he's still eating.
Has he expired from the food yet?
Unless
The
he
question
goes
is,
into
there
a
enough
coma, he's
food?
gonna be eating.
There's just a. It almost seems like it's a bottomless dish.
Yeah, the real question is the plate still there? Or is that just a fucking casualty?
I don't know. That's on Ollie. Depends how vigorous he's going. But she chuckles a bit when you say that, and she says, "My name's Reyna. I'm the managing, I would like to say, partner of this establishment. Keep things running when, well, the boss is here anyway. So, yeah, I haven't seen your faces around here at all. I have a pretty good memory, so what brings all of you in all of a sudden?"
Well, we're relatively new here in Ambleguard, but most of us are here on carriage business.
I was told this establishment caters to all tastes.
She looks at you, eyeing you up and down, and says, "I'm sure I could find something for you. Please tell me what are you interested in? What do you fancy?"
Water.
I like it.
She
I'm dying.
she
Sturdy
kind of like
Bark.
looks dumbfounded a bit.
You've had a lot of water there, Sturdy Bark. You sure you want a third?
I
Just
think I can handle it today.
You guys got a tub of water he could use?
she kind of holds up her hand. Barmaid comes over and then she says, "Our finest water for this individual here."
Tree.
I didn't quite catch your name.
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Sturdy Bark, but I will give her like the full unpronounceable version of my name.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sing it. That's the way it would be
She
said,
kind of
right?
like smiles
Yes.
and nods. Some
Is
water
this
some water for them.
Is this person a dark elf or some other guy?
They look like a dark elf to you.
Okay.
They look like a dark elf.
So she's disgusted with this tree man.
So she says, "So yes, you're all new here then. Well, I hope you're enjoying your stay here, and I hope I could be of any service if necessary. So please, by all means, let me welcome you formally, and let me just say, if you need anything, please let me know. Let me know, and I'll."
Thank you. How long have you been running this place? Seems to be a pretty fancy, pretty well established location. Has this all been your masterwork?
Oh well, that definitely the inside. I think the only thing that, well, my partner has contributed besides some starting funds has been, well, their demand on the name. But
Yes.
outside
What
of
is that? What is a nobbler?
she
Someone
looks
that
at
nobbles your fucking.
she looks at Bagoosh. Would you like to give them an idea of what a nobbler is?
I think he's busy.
All right then. They're little goblin folk that live amongst, well, they live amongst the ogre lot. They're like little cooks and just like servants and such.
I actually don't know, Frank. Do they have weird lore in AOS?
Do they have what lore?
Like weird lore, or are they just actually?
Oh, they're literally the same.
Okay, sure.
They do not change at all.
They're just little, basically slaves for the ogres. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
they're like a servant. Like,
They're not really slaves. They're just there.
yeah, like the ogres don't treat them well, but they also don't treat them poorly either.
Nobody treats goblins well. Period.
I mean that's like the big thing, right? Goblins are goblins. But like they get some level of respect. Yeah, that's a nobbler.
Nobblers are very wide.
Oh my god!
Wide?
Look at the size of his head.
Let me find you a normal
What?
goblin for comparison.
Okay.
Nobblers are lanky. Is like
Okay, so they are different than goblins.
they are
Okay.
a
I didn't know
subset of goblin.
Huh.
But she looks at you. She's like, yeah, not my first choice of name. That's for sure.
Gotcha.
Nobbling on these.
Uh, but yes, I am the one who basically keeps this place running and keeps it as one of his more well-received establishments in the city.
I'd like to introduce you to my friend.
She looks at you and is like, okay.
Where's Charwood?
Oh no.
Charwin is sitting next to Loris, and he's kind of like slinking down, like melting into the table.
Charwood! Say hello, Charwood.
Jarwin, wake up! Look! And I'll point to the lady.
I'm just covering my eyes.
He like gazes up and looks at her. Hello, I am Charwin.
Oh Jesus!
She kind of like blinks audibly.
He's a powerful warrior.
Oh, is that right? Well, I mean, we powerful warriors get a discount at the bar tonight.
You don't have to. You don't. Okay.
How's about here? And she raises her hand. The barmaid that's been helping you this entire time. How's about you bring this man over to the bar? Get him whatever he needs.
Frankie,
20% off.
Frankie, can I hear this conversation?
Yeah, it's happening right next to you.
Yeah, upon hearing powerful warriors get a discount, I slam my fist in the table and I start singing a goddamn bar song.
The establishment goes silent as
I will join
bellow
in.
out your bar song. It's starting. The establishment goes very
I will use this
silent.
opportunity to start slinking around.
I cannot believe what is happening.
I'm gonna Google a bar song right now.
Don't get me
I'm not singing our
DMCA'd.
song. I'm singing my song.
True, even the birthday song will get you DMC'd.
Reyna seems very out of her sort, having to deal with this problem. Loris, Loris, Charwind looks like he is frightened about with what's going on right now.
I'll be like, Charwin, don't worry. They're just gonna do their thing. Don't worry about it. Just hang out.
I'm not frightened by that. I'm frightened by this wench who's whisking me away.
No!
What was her name?
We don't call normal people that word.
Clara is the
No,
barmaid.
Clara was the bartender.
Reyna is the...
Reyna, okay.
Yeah, just humor her, okay? You're getting intel.
When you say you're getting intel, his eyes like narrow, and he's like, "Right,
Yes.
for the assassinate, for the
No.
spying."
Yep. You're a master spy, Charwin.
He nods and he says, "Yes, I would love a 20% discount."
Go get him, Tiger.
In a
How much
break-in...
does water cost? As
Oh,
he walks away towards the bar.
I'm gonna pound my water, slam my fist on the table, and say, "Bring me another."
Bring me a Nasdaq.
Joe, as this is all going down, you slinked away. You're kind of like you're melding into the crowd.
Yep, just trying to start listening at tables, if anyone's whispering to each other, I'm just gonna, pretend to be dancing nearby or pretending to like try to move past, and it's just big eavesdropping energy right now.
Sure. You don't really get anything from any of the we'll call them like civilian tables, like the other patrons. But as you get closer to the the curtains, the private game hall, you hear the very distinct laughter, and you hear a very distinct voice of Kamenos. Just kind of, he's just kind of talking. And he just kind of continues to go on and on. You're able to make out from when you started listening that you're able to make out the following. So anyway, the guy comes into the hall today, and he's got his sword on his back, and he looks absolutely ridiculous. And upon hearing sword on the back, you hear a bunch of laughter and all that, and he says, "Hold on," and then Ulana, she put that fool Kassan in her place. That's for sure. She comes out with the defoliant and all that, and she's got this big plan going, and I'm sitting there just minding my own, and it's all unfolding before me. And well, let's just say that I think this city is gonna make it another year at the rate that things are going. Anyway, at least one more before it all comes crashing down. And the various people sitting at his table are laughing, and he says, "Right, so it's 100 ahead, everyone." And you can hear him shuffling the deck, and he says, "So place your bets. Let's have ourselves a good game." And he starts dealing out cards to people.
I'm gonna try to get a look at everyone's apparel. Look for jewelry, bracelets, brooches, hats, just like anything that's gonna be like symbolic or colored to denote like any sort of like faction or symbolism.
Yeah, you can figure something out immediately. You can tell the cards he's dealing. The cards that he's dealing, like the back of them, the design on them, it's the same symbol that was on that map.
Gotcha.
That's like the big thing that's sticking out. And you could tell that the people there that are pretty well dressed. I mean, in all honesty, Kamenos is the one that seems like he's the most casually dressed. He's not really wearing anything different from what he was wearing at the council meeting today. So he's pretty dressed casually. As you're like eyeing this up and you're sneaking here, you notice someone coming up behind you. Like you get this feeling that someone's coming up behind you.
I'm gonna just sort of start dancing to the music and do a spin move and stop 180 and kind of watch who's coming.
Dark elf. Dark elf. This person seems like they are approaching you.
With a smile, with a grimace, with a
pretty
dagger.
Neutral face.
I will.
And then they kind of walk up to you, and they kind of get to you and they say, "Excuse me," and they kind of not like push you aside, but like they put like a hand on your shoulder, and just kind of like move past you, walk into the room.
I'll just sort of like sway a little bit, like I'm a little drunk.
And that person walks right up to Kamenos. And taps them on his shoulder and whispers something into his ear. And Kamenos kind of stops moving, like stops shuffling. The jovial nature of him kind of dissipates for a second. And he says, "Excuse me, everyone. I've got to tend to something."
I'm gonna start stumbling away back towards the table and trying to catch eye contact of my group, but then I'll sort of like look back to make sure Kamenos is following me and not going back into some like other chamber.
Oh, he's heading in your direction. Guards at his side, mind you.
Yeah, then I'm gonna just keep heading for the door, and if he keeps heading for the door, I will try to make it outside before him, and then try to find a spot where I can trail him.
Sure. He doesn't actually go outside. he walks straight over to your table.
Okay, then I will get past my table, realize he's stopped, and sort of like lean against the wall like I'm resting, and just sort of watch the interaction.
Those of you who are at the table, Kamenos just kind of appears. Those of you who are not inebriated, which I don't believe any of you are thoroughly trying to get drunk, unless you are. So I imagine none of this swill can really put one of Grugny's folk down. So I imagine you're probably have your wits about you, Shade.
I'm very cogent.
Say again?
I'm cogent.
Okay. Loris, how are you doing? Is this a?
I am having whatever the hell the free stuff was.
Okay, so it's good stuff, but if you're only drinking that, that's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm just having
not
that.
gonna put you down. Sturdy Bark, you're
I'm deep in my water.
Yeah, you're a couple pints in, so this is might be hard. And Bagoosh, you're good, I assume. So Kamenos comes walking over, and he, I guess not really taking any of you by surprise, he walks over and says, "Well, I'll be. Hello. My new friends, I take it, from the meeting chambers today, right?"
Yes.
Hello, Counselor Kamenos. We heard about your fine establishment and had to come visit.
And who directed you to my wondrous abode?
Charwin.
Hilariously, Charwin.
Charwin, the little
Powerful warrior.
The
Yes.
powerful.
The man getting the warrior
warrior.
discount at the bar over there.
Yep.
He looks over and sees Charwind at the bar with a glass of water. He looks over and just kind of like raises the glass of water as if to like say, "I'm doing it." The guy at the bar with the glass of water?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, the comedic relief over there.
Well, I guess I should be happy that all walks of life know of my establishment. Anyway, I was told that he points at you, Shadel, that you're quite the high roller.
Got
That
quite
you-
the neck.
That you were cleaning out some folks over at the tables over there. Hmm?
I'd say I'm a pretty skilled gambler.
Well, I play a bit of a game in the back myself, so if all of you play like your friend here does, then I would love to welcome you all back there. I would love to play a
Joe
play a
Joe
couple
will
rounds.
stumble forward and say, "I'll like to play."
I
play.
don't. I don't want to lose money.
I was hoping you'd offer, honestly.
Yes, well,
Frank,
yes.
does he have any visible keys on him?
Keys.
Yep.
He's wearing a pretty loose-fitting robe, Alex. He's got a pretty loose-fitting robe. It's just kind of like draped on him, but he's got like what looks like this what looks like this like sash that has it's got something fashioned to it. It looks like a ring of sorts, like almost like a big like iron ring.
On his left side or his right side?
It's on his left side.
I'm gonna sit on his left when it's time to sit.
Okay. So he looks at all of you and says, "Any of you? I've got two. Any of you others would like to?"
No. I'm gonna hit the
join-
dance floor with my warrior friend later.
Oh, well, please, by all means, you can request anything of the band if it's
Yeah, the
not
DJ is quite good.
fancy. Oh, thank you. Raina here is responsible for finding the entertainment, and let me just say, she's very good at her job. I don't know where I would be without her.
Yeah, how did you find her?
Oh, she's a native here. She lives uptown mostly in the nicer part, but she likes to come on down to the slums and party with the rest of us that are from down here anyway.
I hear that.
Reyna very clearly like rolling her eyes upon hearing all this. So he stands up and says, "Well, shall we go to my tables then?"
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
it's an open invitation to all of you if you want to come. At least just be hangers on to these games. You
Loris,
don't.
come watch me play.
Maybe
Yeah,
later. I want
Charwin's
to
over
hang
there
out with the
having
little
fun
one.
at the bar.
I want to hang out with the little one. Maybe I'll fall in later with this guy, but
I will come watch.
Well, hold on now. Is he with you?
Who?
He points over at Charwin. He's with you, right?
yeah, me and him are going to go to the dance floor while you play games.
Well, hold on now.
Well, oh no, what did he do?
He could play too. If he's with your group, I would be
think
remiss not to
he's-
extend an invite to him.
No, he's incompetent.
No, I think he should play.
Listen. He can play. You can't take any of his money. Give him Monopoly money or something, because he's not gonna. He can't play with real money.
He won't understand the rules.
Kaminos chuckles, but he's like, "I'm sorry. We play for keeps at my table."
Well,
I can't have him losing all his money. I'm sorry.
if he wants to play, I'm gonna win everything anyway.
Kaminos chuckles and he says, "Yeah, I'll have you know, I don't lose easy."
Well, we'll see.
He says, "Well, come on, let's head back then." He kind of looks at Bagoosh eating. It's like, is the big man gonna be all right? Is he good here?
As long as there's food, he'll be no problem.
Oh, yeah, as long as there's food, you don't need to say. You don't even need to acknowledge him.
I'll make sure Barda brings out some more food for this man. Then I'll keep it flowing.
Much appreciated.
He says, "Come, let's make our way back there." And he walks his way back to his game room. And as you all walk and meander your way over, the curtains are parted, and he kind of gestures for you to sit down. The various people that were already sitting there, he kind of like motions for some of them to get like removed and for some of them to get up, and they stand. So he sits down. He says, "Come, welcome, sit, please." So sitting at this table is Kaminos, Joe, Shadel, and then two other players. Actually, another player, and then Kaminos kind of hits this like bell on the table, and a what looks like an employee comes walking out, and Kaminos shuffles a chair over, and he says, "Since I'll be playing alongside you, they'll deal."
All right.
And the dealer starts to shuffle the deck, and Kaminos just kind of sits there for a couple seconds and says, "Actually, you know what? No. We used this deck a bunch before. It's getting a bit frayed edges there. Like look at that. It's not. I want to use my best cards for my new friends, for my new guests." And Kaminos looks at the dealer and says, "Drawer 1A or 1E." And the dealer gives a nod, steps out, and then comes back with like a nice little wooden box and opens up this box, and it's still a deck of cards that has the same like symbol on it, the same like Kraken back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Loris, are you in this room or no?
I can if you want me to. Doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry, Loris.
Yeah, if you want me to, I'll be in there.
It's up to you. It's just people who have witch sight.
Yeah, sure, I'll be in there.
These cards be glowing.
Me glowing. Oh boy.
Whoa! That card is glowing.
These cards are glowing. Shadel, you notice that you cannot see through these cards.
Wait, so Alaris said that them cards be glowing? I'm saying
Yeah,
what?
I'm like, whoa! What the hell? What is happening with those cards?
Kaminos looks over and is like, "Oh, these are my reserve cards. They're just for the high roller table, my tables anyway.
Okay.
Just to make sure we have everyone's playing the same game, a fair game here.
Okay.
That all good? Good with everyone?
Well, it could also help you cheat, but I don't really care. That's not why we're here.
He says, I have no reason to cheat, sir. I mean, if I wanted to cheat, I'll just take the money and run. If you catch my drift,
I don't. Can you explain?
I would just take your money and I would run.
If you tried to take our money, we'd kill everybody in this joint.
I'm not going to go there. I don't wish to push this to violence, but we're here, we're having a good time, and well, it's going to be a good time for all, right?
So I'm gonna look at Shade. I'll say, wait, does he want our money or not?
He wants our money, but he's not going to take it.
But he doesn't want to run.
Yeah, he doesn't want to run right now.
Joe.
Yep.
You see yourself to his left.
Okay.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You feel this awful feeling, something that I imagine you don't like. And I imagine the feeling that you don't like is the feeling of being watched.
From where, if I had to guess?
Directly behind you, because one of his two guards is standing right behind you.
Oh, hi. I'm just gonna like lean back, like straight back, like head looking at them upside down. Could you not stand behind me? It's kind of intimidating.
The guard just kind of looks at you, looks at Kaminos, and when they look at Kaminos, the guard nods. And when the guard nods, Kaminos just kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. They take their job very seriously for guarding me. I think, I think he looks at me, just this once. How about tonight? Just this once, we dial it back. Is that good?" And the guards kind of like look at him, almost as if he's asking for permission. And they kind of give like a shrug, and one of the guards says, "Well, I guess we can take the night off then. We'll go hit the bar." And then the other one gives a nod and says, "We'll be back in a tight 15."
I got that reference.
Kaminos, yeah, Kaminos almost like lets out almost a sigh upon them leaving. Like you can tell he seems almost relieved just with their leaving.
Gotcha.
Upon seeing that, with every passing minute from here on out, Joe is going to appear to sober up a little bit. Sure.
So Kaminos looks at you all and says, "Right. So at my table, it's 100 drops of hand. So is that good with everyone?"
That's fine.
Okay.
Very good. So 4 players, 400 drops. Everyone good? And he puts his couple of his little like marbles in, and he kind of motions for the rest of you.
I'll mark off 100 drops.
There's only two of us playing, right?
Yeah, there's just the two.
There's randos, like there's NPCs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
The other 2 people there or whatever, or is it 1? There's 4 total players, right?
4 total.
Okay.
So it's Cominos,
So we're
another
putting in
rando,
200.
and then you two.
Okay. All right.
So then he says, right. Let me just find the name here. Right, so the name of the game will be Risewood's Holding, which you all know as Texas Hold'em. He says, the name of the game is Risewood's Holding. Standard rules. Aces are, well, never mind. We'll just do the standard rules. No jokers in the deck, 52 cards. Let's go with it then. And with that, he motions to the dealer to begin. Tell me if this works.
That is a literal deck of cards on the table.
What?
In the bottom right. Yeah, we can draw cards
Yep.
from there, I think.
Hold on, I'm gonna draw you 2 cards. Don't touch it.
Also, for the purposes of bluffing and stuff, I have Silver Tongue. So you have advantage on opposed tests when attempting to persuade, deceive, or seduce others. So as I'm bluffing people, I want that. So I'm just gonna be like chatting with people the whole time.
Okay. I don't know how this will work. I assume you can see your own cards. I don't think you can see each other's cards. Correct?
If
I'm
I
guessing that's
click
what
on
it
my
is, yeah.
cards above my player,
Oh.
I can see mine. If I click on Shades, I see the backs of his cards.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I can see my own. I cannot see yours.
So-
Um.
So I
Gotcha.
guess Tommy and Krishna and Ollie, you can pull up the stream if you want to see my hand.
Yeah, I want to play blind. No, I want to play. I'm
Wait,
RPing. I can't see
Click
anyone's
something
cards.
in the bottom right. Something happened.
Okay. I have this. All right.
I
Cool.
don't think I should have done that.
Did you
So
wait,
I
what
have
did you
my
say?
first two. Say again.
I think Shade said he clicked something by accident.
I clicked the thing in the bottom right to see what would happen, and
What'd it do?
it showed me an ace of spades, or clubs, and then it went away. So I don't know what the hell just happened.
You might have started to draw the card on top of the deck or something. I mean, for playing text,
Oh, now Frankie has 4 cards.
Okay, yeah. I have 4 cards because the first 2
Two
cards in my
players.
hand will be Cominos, and the second 2 will be the other rando.
Okay.
Okay, so we all have our cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now going to draw the cards.
Now Bagoosh has cards.
Oh, is Bagoosh playing?
No, he's at the table eating.
I'm eating cards.
He just ate 2. He's got
Okay,
him in his hand.
we see them in the middle. Okay.
Okay, so those are the 3. Those are the 3 there. Cominos, upon seeing these, he says, "I'll start." He looks down. He takes a peek at his cards. And he says, I'll raise," and he raises 15 drops.
It goes to me, I guess, because
I'll
clockwise.
go to you because you're to his left.
Yeah, I'm in. I will pour in 15 more drops.
Goes to the rando. They kind of shake their head and they bow out. They fold.
Fold. Okay. Call.
They reveal. They fold. They.
Well, they don't show those cards, do they?
No.
Not yet. No. So to you, Shade.
I'll call.
I think the only non-standard thing we've done so far is everybody having a like entry into the hand to start instead of like we're all blind.
Yeah.
Kamenos, he looks at that and he says, I'll check.
I will raise another 15. Wait, why is it going? Wouldn't it be? Oh, that you got the total pot. I got you.
I'm doing the total.
Yeah, it's a total pot. Yeah, I'll check. Oh, no. I gotta call it. I'll call.
Kamenos calls.
No one's too certain, huh?
Kamenos checks.
I will also check.
I'll raise 15.
Oh, you said 15?
Yeah.
I will.
Kamenos shakes his head. He says, I'm gonna fold.
Okay.
I will match the 15. So 145.
I mean, there's no reason to raise
Yeah,
anymore with
yeah,
the
now
only
we're
two.
Alright. Show your hand.
How do I do that?
Pair of jacks and pair of fives.
I don't know how to show my hand. Do
You
I
can just
right click?
drag them out into the field.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I got a 5, so 3 of a kind.
Nice.
Wait, can I steal other people's cards?
Probably.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
can.
GM.
Don't click
Probably.
it. Everyone can. I can click Ollie and click steal card. I can click like you and click steal card. But
Cool. Okay. Kamenos nods. He's like, he gives an applause. He's like, you are good at this. You are very good at this. And the dealer passes the 520, drops your way. And he says, Kamenos says, again, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is going to be complicated for math, actually.
Why is that?
Because part of the 525 is what you and I both put in, right?
So? Oh, you're not subtracting. I was subtracting my own money as I went. So my money is accurate. So as long as you're tracking what you put in, you'll be fine.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. So I put in 30 plus the 100. Did you put in 45 plus the 100?
That's impossible. You have to put the same amount in. But yeah, I'd put 145 in.
Okay, then I put 145 in too. I guess I called at the end. I just the last call you did was like, I guess
Well,
I matched it because
I was calling yours because you had raised. So
Oh, yeah.
I either had to
Yeah,
call
that's
or
right.
fold.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So that's 290. You said 145? Is that what it was? Am I going crazy?
Yeah, each of us put in 145.
Okay. Alright. 20. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we got 1398 total.
New hand.
Oh shit. Okay.
So does it start with me? I
We'll
will
start with you.
not raise.
The rando doesn't either.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check.
Commodus does too.
Can you move those up because they're behind the avatars? Thanks. I will raise 50.
I will. I will. Oh, it's
hold
the
on.
other
Yeah.
guy.
The rando. The rando flips their cards over, stands up and walks away.
What cards do we see? Okay,
An 8
noted.
and a 2. They just walk
Okay.
away, and Commodus kind of like looks at this as it's happening, and says, "Travis, you're banned from the room for a month if you act like that." And Travis just kind of like sneers back and just like walks towards the bar. And Commodus looks at you both and says, "I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive them. I guess it just hasn't been their night."
Some people just can't stand losing.
It goes to you then, Shado.
Yeah, I'll fold.
Commodus looks at you and he calls.
Okay. I'll give a big smile.
He smiles back and says, I've got quite the hand here."
I'll look shocked for a second and then try to like cover it up and just check.
He raises.
How much?
Raises by 25.
Okay, I'll match that.
Upon seeing the 8, he claps and he says, "Travis, I bet you wish you hadn't have backed out this time." As he shouts over to the bar.
Joe will just check.
Commodus will raise again.
How much?
Another 25.
Joe will fold.
Okay.
So I'm down another 175.
Commodus reveals a king and a 10.
I don't have to reveal what I got.
Hmm?
I'm not revealing what I got. They stay face down. Go right in the pile.
Down to 75.
He says, "Well, I'm sorry. I guess the pot will have to be 300 then, between the three of us." Let's start with 300 anyway. Let's actually. How's about this? If I win this next game, I'll I mean, I guess this is technically a win-win for all of us then, if you accept this wager. If I win this next game, I pay you all to do a job for me.
I like jobs.
Well, there's got to be a counter wager.
Half your rate, half your going rate. If I win,
Can you afford our going rate?
I assure you, I can afford your going rate.
Okay.
And
Well,
if we win, then
I've got a proposition if we win.
And what would that be?
You sell me half your stake in this establishment.
This establishment?
This establishment.
To you or to your company?
Well, it's basically the same thing. We're pretty tight knit.
And what if you win there, Joe? Can't exactly say I like the idea of...
You give us a job for our full rate.
Full rate?
Yeah, he said he wanted the job at the half rate if he wins.
Joe!
So if we win, they get full rate.
You're a mercenary who works for a living, and that's the best you could do? We'll
I
do a
think,
job
I think
for
my
a
full
full
rate
rate.
is a lot. But I don't have
Yeah,
to
he
spend
doesn't,
any
rate
money.
he
you would
doesn't
charge.
know that our full rate is an armored coach equivalent of drops.
Truth.
That
we-
dwarf just haggled half the stake in this $1 trillion business, and you want a full rate job.
No, that's a
Pay
good
me
point.
what I
I
usually
guess
charge
I guess
to
we'll
do
say
work.
we'll say triple my rate. I guess I don't really know how ridiculous my like quote unquote going rate is going to be.
You
It's just
start
crazy
high.
to me that you're like, if I win, I will charge you exactly what I always charge.
She
for a
also
job.
wants whatever this job is because it should help us in our current
Right.
objective. So yeah, we'll say double or triple, whatever is reasonable.
Reasonable.
Well, like
2.5
reasonable for the
if
world
you're-
that
if
we're
you-
in.
Yeah, you're playing poker with a criminal tycoon.
Hey man, he's
Uh,
not criminal
He
necessarily.
he nods and he says, "I think this is all a very fair wager we can have here. This is agreeable?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And you know what? To sweeten the deal, if I win, I won't charge you for all that food that your ogre's eating. How about that?
Oh, that was
Isn't that
compliments of
garbage?
the chef.
Oh, it was compliments to the chef?
Yes.
Oh, well, that'll come out of the chef's pay, I'm sure, then.
Well, it was effectively rinsed me. You should be
I'm
thanking
pretty
them.
sure it's garbage.
I mean,
Like, I'm a tree and I would eat that.
we can't just be giving away things for free. We give away, we comp certain things, but that's he peeks behind the curtain. That's a full course meal out there.
It's really a garbage disposal. We're kind of doing you a favor.
That's true. I'd actually let's talk about the fee.
Fine. I guess that's fair. He is an ogre. He'll eat just about anything, right?
Yeah.
I
Just
assure you, he
about.
will eat anything.
All right. So no drops on the table here. No drops on the table here. It's just what we
Sure.
bartered here, what we wagered here. That good?
Deal those cards.
Sure.
Do we? Yeah, I guess just keep on dealing, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
jeez.
I'd like
Monk of W?
Big Monkey W.
What's happening?
We're about to get mugged.
I'd like raise the
Charlie.
stakes a bit, perhaps.
He's saying this in the middle of it?
Yeah,
Well,
this is gambling.
Raise the stakes a
No.
bit.
I think the bet was placed.
Wait, hear him out first and then say no.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm thinking if I win, I get you to do a job for me for free. And if you win, I give you both what you want. If whoever wins gets what they want out of the two of you. But he then holds up this key ring and he says, "But then I also give you this key."
What's that for?
Come now, you all can't possibly think that I don't know why you're here. Yes.
What are we here for?
The water.
The
Guys,
water.
he's
I
just-
figure you're here for, well, I figure you're here to. He leans in towards you, Joe, and says, "I figure you're here in order to get to the Uvala's storehouses, right? You're the ones who you work for Kasan, and you're looking to get into those storehouses."
On account
Well,
of the... Why would you have keys to Ulana storehouses?
I have access to many places. That's the least of your concern, though.
Well, that's a tempting offer. Given the 4 cards on the table in my hand, not a smart bet.
I unfortunately agree. Drank a bit too much tonight.
All right. Well, guess we keep it even then.
Regrettably.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep a
Definitely a
very
good
close
call.
eye on where he puts those keys. I'm glad I didn't try to steal them earlier.
He puts those keys straight back on his keyring.
Okay.
If one of those other cards had been a 9, I would have taken that shit.
He looks down at his cards. He says, "Well,
Don't say 6, 7. Okay.
No.
he says I've got a pair of 6s."
And you, Shadel?
Jack 10.
I've got pair of queens.
Oh,
Pair of queens for your queen.
damn.
He looks down and he says, "So you do."
Should have taken that deal, girl.
I mean, the queen wasn't on the table. It was
Yeah.
the
Wasn't
right
on the
call.
table yet.
You should have taken the deal.
He
She's not
wanted
that
to sweeten the pot as soon as he saw the 5. He's like, I guess 7 means I got it. He like looks down and kind of like bites his lower lip and he goes, "All right, the job plus triple your rate."
That's what we said.
Okay. He grabs the key ring at his side and he flips through a number of keys. He gets to this one that has like almost like a squid on it, like just like kind of like molded into it.
Hmm.
And he removes it from the keyring. He then looks at the dealer, gives the dealer a nod, and then the dealer walks over to the curtain and just kind of like closes it very quickly, and then stands outside the curtain. And Kamenos looks at you, hands you the key, and says, I need you Go save my life.
So those guards aren't actually protecting you, they're watching you?
Well, like he's a hostage.
He's kind of like gives a very like smiles a bit and nods. Says, "I am in debt to all the wrong people, and they are coming after me for a little more than 3 times your going rate."
Well, I know a place, where I could get you to be very safe. Could get you there in just a few minutes. And
I
I'll
mean-
whisper to Shadell, take him to the Stormcast.
Doesn't this mean he needs us to go take care of his debtors more than anything?
Well, step one is, hold on, we're going to formulate a plan, and I'm gonna just, me and Shadell are now whispering. I
Yeah.
mean, we could just, step one I think is to make sure he's safe. Step two would be potentially take care of the debtors. But I think getting him
Okay.
sort of arrested, quote unquote, by the
I was about to say, are you about to turn him into the
Stormcast, I think
the
that's
Stormcast?
a best bet for him.
That is probably the safest place. But will he agree to that?
So you want to be a protected prisoner for however long you need?
I can't be arrested. I'm a council member. I cannot simply be arrested.
You could be-
Well, you wouldn't be arrested,
Maybe put
but
under
you
the
would
protection
be
of.
secured. It wouldn't be an arrest. There would be no warrant. You'd be voluntarily going into a
We could say
well,
you were being
secure location.
threatened and being brought to safety by a trusted group that works for the council. That's all true.
This he looks at you, and then he like kind of like looks towards the curtain. Says, "This has to be fast. I have if you're going to
You
arrest me, this needs to be done very quickly. They are going to come back in here, and
is
then I
there
will,
is there a window in this room?
no. There's a
Uh,
door behind him
I
that
will.
leads to
Yeah, I'll ask him where
that
it
like
leads.
the he looks at you and says, that leads down towards the towards the card like where the game hall where we store all the various
Is
cards
there
and
a
pieces and such.
way out?
What's the closest exit?
That would be it would be down that way, yes, but they have various guards and such posted everywhere. I mean,
What are your thoughts on this way out? And I point to the. Is there a wall to this room that leads out of the building without a door?
yes.
So I'll say, what about this door here that Bagoosh and Sturdybot can make for you? And I'm literally pointing to the wall. Would that be an acceptable price?
He looks down. A wall? Yes. I'm sure I can fix
Alright.
that up later.
Follow me. Do
We need
not
to go
lose
get
sight of
Bagoosh.
me. I know very quick ways through the city. And I'm going to say, I'm going to yell out, Bagoosh, we might need to get some food for you in another establishment. Can you come in here so we can talk about the plan? More food. Bagoosh.
Yeah, right.
Hurry. Before we lose it. And I'm going to say...
I fucking smash my way in.
And I'm gonna say, look, we got to get going fast if we want to get you to reservations. That wall needs to go. Sturdybach, Bagoosh.
I'd
Alright.
fucking heave ho.
Yep. We're just gonna go, I guess, try to go straight through it.
It crumples like paper compared to the two of you.
Combined might of our Muslims.
This is a loud noise. Like this is
Yeah,
a
we
loud-
are. I am running, and I'm gonna pretty much hold the hand of the councilman and just like lead him. Use my alleyway, whatever it's called, alley cat.
Okay,
feature to
so
start cruising.
hold on. We're outside now, right?
Yes, here's
And all the guards that were in there before are inside, right?
and Charwind.
I don't care.
Yes.
They're inside, right?
They're inside.
That is a different zone. than where we are.
If
Oh,
you're gonna
God.
gas the hall, I don't know if that's a. You know, you could gas the hall. Whatever. Yes.
I am gassing
It
the
is a
building.
different. It is a different
Are
zone.
you just killing everyone?
It doesn't kill them, it'll
It's
just knock
not.
them
It's
out.
just.
Oh,
knockout, yeah.
okay. I thought he was like actually just
I
killing
mean,
everyone.
unless they got like 1 health, then oh well. Yeah, that's tragic.
Bro, you're killing a lot of civilians.
Eh.
Why would they have one
Yeah, I don't know
health?
if we want to murder people. I think destroying a wall was fine.
They can get more.
You get more health.
The city can get more people.
That one.
Look, I think it's worth it.
Ah,
I'm already outside.
I'm already gassing them.
I went through the wall.
wait, Charwood's in there, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
he'll be fine. I mean, look,
Listen, you can
I
gas
can
it.
make it so it's non-lethal. Right?
Yeah,
it's
do
like the
that.
damage is based on my roll. So shouldn't I be able to like choose a lower number than my roll if I wanted to?
I don't. That gets a little too gamey, I think, but I don't know the rules of the game.
I don't really think this is a situation that comes up in the rule book.
It doesn't. Are you when? Here's a good. Let's ask like 20 questions here real fast. Not 20 questions, like 3 questions.
Sure.
Do you make the gas?
Yeah.
Is it something that you can modify before firing it? Like,
Yeah, I
can
mean
you-
the
can-
device that fires it should have some controls on it. That's my understanding.
You
of
could
the
have like
device.
a canister that has different.
Like you could
things
literally
mix,
you
and
could-
then it,
the
like,
same
activates.
device can be used to just spray ether gold in an area that does no damage.
Right. So it would stand to reason then that you should be able to make an adjustment to it
Yes.
in order to effectively not have it kill people if you wanted
Right.
to make it non-lethal.
Right. That's my reasoning.
I would buy that you would be able to do that, considering how you are an aether chemist, and it is something that you are able to effectively use as like bug spray and everything in between. Like you can use it to effectively spray like a pesticide, but also spray like oxidizing mist that will
Right. Like Agent Orange.
yeah. So I would buy your ability to turn this into non-lethal, or to turn this non-lethal for the sake of like not killing civilians.
Okay.
To set a weird not to set a weird precedent going forward. This would be a situation where this is like a tear gas equivalent, I guess, or something lighter than that.
Okay.
Like this is a like
It's a crowd dispersal and
yeah,
you know.
this is a like you're covering your tracks. It's almost like there's a smoke in the room, not so
Okay.
much a like damaging or like crowd controlling, putting people to sleep thing. This is like a something happened in this back room, and this is going to sow more confusion than just like people beelining into the back. That is,
Well,
Frank,
them fleeing the building will make it hard for the guards to get to
Yeah.
us, hopefully.
yes.
as the canister is being thrown, and I realize we don't have Charwin, is there a way I can barrel either through the hole we made, through the smoke, or through the front door all the way around?
If Darwin is a tough guy,
You know-
he won't.
Yeah, he's gonna
I-
get blamed for the entire thing and killed, probably.
I'll paint this scene, and you can tell me what you want to do. How about that?
Yeah.
They just went through the door. They just made a hole in the wall. They ushered Kaminosa out. There's a loud noise. You are currently standing inside the establishment in the game hall, like the game room you were just standing in. The curtains are closed, and Shadel is about to essentially like disperse a gas in this hall.
Right.
What do you
He's
want?
not near me though, right? Like I can't be like, wait,
you
yeah,
are
he's not.
inside. You are.
He was at the bar.
You're currently in zone 2. Oh wait, yeah. Were you at the bar?
No, Loris said he went
Yeah.
into the game room with us.
So you're
Charlie
currently in
was
the
at the
game
bar.
room, which we'll say is like zone 2. You're in zone 2. Everyone else is in zone 1, which is on the other side of the hole. So currently, if you could look out this hole and see the rest of your party. You're in zone 2, which is the game room. Zone 3 is through the curtain to the rest of the establishment. Shadell has this canister and is throwing it into zone 2 to dissipate it into zone 3 and beyond.
How far is the front door from zone 3 where Charwin is?
You could run to the front door from where you are within like 10 seconds.
Okay. Can I grab Charwin and just go for the front door?
You can, yeah. I mean, there will be people, like, you'll be barreling through people.
I plan on barreling through everyone.
Okay.
Not like actually killing them, but literally just running like full speed.
Don't harm the innocent people, but I'm gonna literally run them over.
No, I'm not trampling them. I'm like
It's
getting
like
out of the
pushing
way.
them aside. Okay, yeah. So we can do that. So here's how this is gonna work. You're throwing the canister. As you're throwing the canister, Loris, you're charging through that curtain. And as you walk in, or as you like break into the main hall, you see a bunch of startled people who are looking in your general direction. After hearing this like loud bang, Charwin's one of them who's standing at the bar. You see the 2 guards as well, who are kind of like taken aback by what's going on. Like they seem very clearly like on edge, and they start to walk towards you. But you see Charwind. All the while this is going on, right as you see Charwind, if you like look down, you can see smoke coming from like a smoke or like a vapor of some kind coming from like below the curtains and coming through the curtains that you just walked through. And other people could see it too.
All right, and I'm assuming panic is starting to set into someone.
Yeah, you're getting people like who
all
are
right,
now, like
everyone get the fuck out of here! And I'm gonna
You should
grab
yell
Charwin.
at the cultists are attacking.
I'm just saying, everyone get the fuck out of here, and I'm grabbing Charwin and leaving.
Upon you yelling, people start screaming and rushing to grab their effects and their various things that they brought in. The band stops playing and is kind of like stumbling over themselves to get off the stage. People are hysterically trying to escape this building. Charwind, upon seeing you come over and grab him, says, "Did the assassination work?"
No. We'll discuss it later.
I see. This is
Y'all? Yeah. Okay, I don't want to meta the game this. Go on.
what?
Does Charwin have an ability or something?
Oh, the map.
No, it's... we have a person in our midst who works for a sketchy lady and thinks we're on an assassination mission, and we are trying to save this guy from sketchy people. It's all coming together.
Wait, is he the assassin?
Charwin might literally actually be on an assassination mission and like not memeing.
That would be hilarious, so let's play into it.
Yeah.
So you run out the front door. There's a bunch of people who are also scattering out the front door. They're like barreling over each other to try and get out. Joe and the rest of you. You get out. What do you all do? For the sake of what Loris is doing, Loris, you are out front on the main street with Charwind. What are the rest of you doing?
I got my awesome alley cat maneuver, so I'm gonna just be going down the ways that people wouldn't expect, shortcuts to get us to the Storm Castle's place in a way that we wouldn't get intercepted.
Yeah, but does Loris know the way to the Stormcast place?
Might not.
I'm carrying what's his name? Kamenos?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is,
Okay.
if I
Storm
could
Keep.
leave the big folk behind if need be, just to get him going fast. So if we think we're gonna get caught with the big folk, then I will.
I'm assuming when you get
Dominoes.
us into the alleyway, we can stop for a minute. Do you go to have you go rendezvous with them? You know?
Yeah, I
I
mean
would
that's
think that'd
fine.
be okay.
I'm with the dude because I've been told that
Yeah,
this
we're
guy
gonna
is
just
a
stick
danger.
with the guy.
Yeah, I would have just instinctively taken Charwin back to our base of operations.
Okay.
Because we didn't discuss it beforehand, right? Like, so there
Right.
wasn't any plan.
Don't
I just
worry.
would have instinctively gone back to
Do
our
we
base
have a
of
base?
operations.
No, not really.
I thought it was with
The
the
treehouse.
Wait, I
Oh, with
thought-
the Sylvanets, sure.
I mean,
yeah, I guess it could be that. I thought it was going to be with the
Ow.
people who gave us this mission.
well,
Which is
we were
actually where we're
captured and
going,
taken
yeah.
to the Storm Keep. Do you actually know the way to the Storm Keep?
I mean, I
Joe-
lived in the city. I don't.
I'm gonna
maybe.
make this. I'm gonna make this pretty easy. I'm gonna make this pretty easy because initially, a hole in the wall wouldn't cause anything like this to occur. But fucking panicking citizens and
Yeah, we
what
might get
looks
arrested.
like an attack on an establishment will actually make this pretty simple. Joe, as you're meandering and like bobbing and weaving through the streets and guiding everyone, you hear a very familiar sound of thick, heavy footprints like boots just marching down this general direction. Like no illusion of trying to be hidden or be stealthy. You hear what sound like very like heavy boots marching in this general direction.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Loris, you can physically see Stormcast Eternals coming to disperse this situation and like bring order to this area.
Do I have a feeling they're going towards the hole in the wall where my friends are?
No. They're on the main street, like walking, like coming towards like the establishment. They're not in the. They don't. They doesn't look like they're going down like a back alley.
Okay. They don't look like they're trying to apprehend me or anything, right? Or
No, they very clearly are like the disperse crowd, like secure area, make sure there's no like terrorist attack. They're on pretty high alert from earlier with the attacks of the dogs.
Yeah. I'm not going to stop them or say anything to them or anything.
Okay, what do you all do to that, Joe?
I'm gonna get a little bit a ways away and just try to then hide, wait till the event is sort of like calming down, and then grab some Stormcast Eternals to escort us. Because I don't want to walk up to the Stormcast
Okay.
Eternals while someone's out there with like a gun and just shoots him.
Okay.
So we're currently hiding
So-
and observing.
After about like 30-ish minutes, like 25 minutes of them basically doing like police work, like essentially like securing the area, making sure people aren't hurt, like going inside to see the general crime scene as it is. They start to give like the all clear and have people like start dissipating. It's at this point in time that you can pretty much tell this is as standard as it normally gets. Like they're gonna start to dissipate back to their like various posts at this point in time. So this would be when you would want to approach.
Yeah, once like a pair or whatever is broken off, such that like there's no way people are still like watching this, I'm gonna walk up and just sort of like hands up, just say, hello, I have some important information about the incident that just occurred. My description may have come up in the investigation.
They look at each other and they look back at you and they say, and why didn't you come up to us when we were conducting the initial investigation?
I was protecting someone whose life was in danger, and I'd like you to help escort us back to your stronghold, if you don't mind.
I'll name drop the Lord Barrington.
Hold on. Come, stand over here as they kind of like usher you to one side of them.
Yeah, I'll make sure my spare lockpick is in a good spot, and then come stand over by them.
So, Loris, you can see at this point in time, it's kind of hard to miss like Sturdy Bark and Bagoosh. You can see like coming out of a back alley, your group as they approach two Stormcast Eternals. So you have eyes on them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over.
As you like approach them, one like Griffhound comes like running over from another Stormcast, and one of them looks down at it, kind of like takes out a like paper, like a scroll almost, drags their hand across it. You like see it like glow a little bit, and then they hand it off to the Griffhound. They look to the rest of you and say, "Stay with us for now. We need to wait on. We'll need to wait on a clearance." And the Griffhound just kind of like runs off.
I will nod and keep an eye out for anyone who is watching us.
So is Charwin is with you, Lars? Or
Yeah, he's with me.
okay, he's with us. Okay.
So Sturdy Bark, you have. Where's Cominos? Is he
He's
like being
in
held
one
by
of
you
my
in your
arms,
trees?
yeah.
Okay. So you're just kind of like holding.
I'm like carrying him like a baby, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can I also be carried Charwin like a baby? And we look at each other. We're
Isn't
like,
Charlie
oh,
like your size?
No. He's
he's a youngin.
probably a lot bigger than a Widow.
Yeah, I mean, Charwind is you're a big guy
I'm a big man.
comparatively.
I also have 6 body.
So as you're sitting here for like you're sitting here for what seems like a long time, like this, especially with everything going on and the gravity of the situation going on here. You can all give me like an awareness for 2. Yeah, this will be a 4-2.
Is this for spotting enemies, or
This
is
is for
it hearing?
spotting, not hearing.
Okay. You said 4.
4-2.
3 successes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Those of you who have 4-2. You. Wait. Sturdy Bark, do you focus that?
I
No,
can't.
you can't.
I don't have
Okay.
enough, nope.
So 4-3, at the very least, you'll be able to see. That's really what you need to see. Everything, I guess. Yeah, you see walking in and out of the door to this to the Nobbler. You see Reyna, the proprietor or the manager, and you see the 2 guards kind of walking in and out, like almost looking for something. And as this is going on, you can Sturdy Bark, you like feel as you're holding him. You feel Kamenos just kind of like almost like scrunching up to kind of like make himself as small as possible. And just as you're like, just as it seems like this is dying down a bit, you all kind of you all hear like the sound of the very familiar sound anyway of these paws on the cobble as this Griffhound comes running back up again, and the Stormcasts reach down, grab the scroll that's in its mouth, and they read through it, and they turn to you and say, "Okay, you have been given clearance by the Lord Varicent to come back to the Stormhold. Please, we'll escort you at least half of the way, and then we'll see if we can't get a cart or something. So they kind of like start motioning to lead, motioning to follow them down the street.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I'm gonna actually disappear for a short time and get a shortcut ahead of them. I'm gonna go buy some food for Bagoosh.
Okay.
You can tell me how much that costs.
Worth noting for both you and Shadel, because you hit a higher threshold, as you're walking away, Shadel, at the very least with your hearing, you'll be able to hear Reyna and the guards. Reyna say to the guards, "So he's missing then." And then one of the guards responds back with, "Yes, this definitely can't be good." And you hear a sigh. That's what you hear as you're walking away. Anyway, it's not like they're really keeping it low. Joe, as you're leaving the group to go buy some food, you notice a figure approaching the front of the establishment. And you a pretty like slender figure from what you can make out anyway. Wearing a hood, and you can definitely make out markings on their their sleeves, and I guess some jewelry that they're wearing. Around like their wrists. To which you've seen it before. You've seen similar jewelry and similar like outfit at the council chambers, actually. You reminds you of what Councillor Thystra was wearing actually earlier today. But outside that, you can't make out anything else under the hood. And this person, as you see them approach the establishment, keeps their hood up the entire time, and then sees Reyna and the two guards. They kind of give like a nod upon seeing this individual, and then all four of them walk inside, and the door closes behind them.
We'll make
This
a
was-
note and tell everyone later.
This is Joe. Okay, yeah.
And yeah, let's just say you're able to get a fair amount of food with relative ease.
Yeah, I figure, and then I'm just looking for like the fish that didn't sell and just getting it in mass.
Yep, and you're, I imagine, for the most part, able to find your way back to the group, considering how you've lived here and you know your general way around.
Just Bagoosh. Sorry, I owe you something. Here you go.
I could sue.
The guards lead you to, I guess, what could best be described as like an outpost or something like that. Something along those lines, like a station near the center of town, and they have a cart waiting there for you. They take a step aside and they say, "Well, are all of you going to be going, or is it just pointing?" They as they look down, or is it just they at this point in time finally realize who's being swaddled in Sturdy Bark's arms, or will it just be the councilman?
Well, we can help
I think we
escort the
have
car.
some things to talk about with him. We just
Yeah.
need to be in a secure location to
So
do it.
hiding some of us might be good. We're not really supposed to make public that we're working with you all. Just seemed important enough. Lives
So
at risk. So
Well-
anyone we can fit in, I figure we put in. And anyone we can't tries to sneak.
The guards look at you and say, "Well, yeah, we can. We'll take Kamenos. Any of you would like to join in, Cart, then you're more than welcome to. And if not, then they look at you and they say, I assume you know your way back to the fort, then?
We do. Just, I guess, leave a message to let us in.
They'll be waiting then.
See you there.
So they load Kamenos in. Any of you who want to take the cart back are more than welcome to. And if not, then you know, though, Joe will
Do
be
I
able to
fit?
lead you all back.
Do I fit?
Yes. Let's say there's a large enough cart where you'd be
I
able
will
to
take the cart.
I will go too.
I will not leave my charge.
Yeah, if everyone can fit, I want to go in to question him. But otherwise, I will be sort of jogging alongside or taking shortcuts to keep trying to stay ahead of it.
This is not a large enough cart for all of you to fit in. So
I'll
it's
be
just gonna be
the outside guide then, and instruct whoever's going in there to question him, get as much info as they can.
You got it.
okay.
Yeah,
So we have Shadel and we have Sturdy Bark in the cart with Kamenos, and then the rest of you. So Bagoosh, Loris, Joe, and Charwind
Yep.
will be
Yep,
walking.
we're outside. Yep.
Okay. We're good for tonight. I think this is a good stopping point because, at the very least, what's going to end up happening is you're going to all get back to the Storm Fort. And any amount of questioning we can do next week, or we can like break up if we want.
Yeah, and I can think about
Right.
what we should ask anyway.
And this gives opportunity to like think up how we want to proceed. So I think this is a good place to stop the evening.
Yeah.
We're over time anyway.
Yeah,
Sounds
sounds
good
good
to
to
me.
me.
Bye, Twitch.